Welcome to the work phase. You've got an isup. You're getting a bit of air leaking around the edge of the valve. Oh my God, do I need to contact the manufacturer? Probably not. I'll show you what you need to do. So this can happen on any board at any time, and what happens is you're getting air coming out around the side there, and you're probably only going to notice this when you've pumped the board up to a decent amount of pressure, and then it's like, oh no, the board's leaking, the board's broke. Well, it's probably not. What you've got is you've got a male and a female parts to the valve. So inside here, which you can't see, there's another part inside this valve, and then this one screws into it, and then both sides, the one on the inside and the bit we can see, grip the rubber around here. So what can happen over time is this one could unscrew a little bit, go that way, and then you're not squeezing as tight on the sup material as you should be, so you're getting a bit of air releasing. So what do you do about it? Well, fear not, because you've probably got one of these or something very similar to it, and you've probably thought, what on earth is that thing? Well, you kind of guessed, didn't you? You've got this, and this is a tool. It's like a spanner. Now, always take this with you, just in case, right? Now, and they're not all the same. So I've got, this is a Curate one, I've got 2 bare feet, and although they look the same, you might have a different number of little slots there, or they might be slightly different. We would have a different number. They're different spaces apart. So not one tool will necessarily fit all, but it might, you never know. Anyway, you're going to need this to tighten up your valve. Now, there's 2 things you can do. So the first option is you've been pumping up for 10 minutes and you're just losing a bit of air. Now what you can do, even with it pumped up with an air position, all you do with the air in there is push this in, and then of course you're going to turn it in a clockwise direction to tighten it up. But the risk you've got is the inside thing might just move, so you could be turning forever and not really tightening it. But what I know from experience is actually you might be able to turn it a little bit and it might just catch enough to prevent the air getting out, and if you go a bit further it kind of releases a bit of air again, then you go a bit further and it stops. So you could just keep going around and tinkering until you get it right for that one moment, and that might be good enough to get you out on the waves for the day or out on the water for the day. And I've tried that and it's worked a treat. But I know that it does eventually need proper tightening up. So what I'm going to have to do with this hand, get in behind and try and grab, let me show you, there, hopefully you can see there, try and grab through there. That should do it. If you can just grab over the inside bit enough to tighten up that, there, I think I'm there, that's it. So it's as straightforward as that. That tool, a little bit of a turn, the inside might move and you'll tighten up and it'll be fine. It might be you turn it a little bit and just the way that it's moved means the material of that sup just grips and creates a airtight seal, or you might have to deflate the board, grip the female element from the back of the board, which is a little bit tricky, and then tighten the front so that the front's moving, the back isn't moving, and that way it'll tighten itself up. So hopefully that will help you sort out any leaks in that valve. If that doesn't work, the thing to do is the opposite. What you're going to do is actually take the top valve out, again gripping the back, take the top valve out altogether and just check there's no dirt and crud inside that valve that might be hindering it. When we're pretty sure it's clean, tighten it back up again. Sometimes you can get the strands of the isup actually interfering with the thread on the valves and that, and the way they interface. But I would have thought 9 times out of 10, a little tiny turn with that, it probably even inflated will sort it, and maybe the 1 time out of 10 you might just have to deflate it and have another go. Hopefully that's helped you. Catch you on the flip slide. I couldn't have said it better myself.